on to you crabs out here? Hope you are having a great day. Wish you a great day. You crabs have the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, very unpredictable. Um, blah, 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 walking away. Um, hmm. So, not trying to be in situations where a person makes it very difficult on you. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. You crabs have gotten to the point. Oh, snap. Hold on a second. You crabs have gotten to the point where you crabs actually should be. And what I mean when I say you crabs should be, I mean like you crabs pretty much finally get it. That like you will do things to get people to trust you, right? You will show people trust and you will be in a real relationship with somebody, but you know, not to the degree that they betray you and expect you to be okay with it, right? Um, if you ask me, a lot of you crabs, excuse me, a lot of you crabs are willing to actually be in relationships. A lot of you crabs are you're willing to do what is good to be in a relationship, show a person some trust, do things the actual correct way. And what I'm seeing here is that, like I said before, if a person is not really willing to do right by you, you know, why would you crabs take them seriously? And what I mean, and what I'm furthermore, because I'm gonna start talking about this a little bit more, diving deeper into this, right? Those little nuances, like you crabs will do the correct thing, and you will try to make the two of you closer together by actually doing the right thing and making the relationship between the two of you work. But like I said before, like I've been saying since day one, it takes two. And you know, sometimes people make it difficult to make it two to one, right? Or two in a relationship because the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands, which is when they make it difficult, you crabs are completely justified in leaving because essentially at that point you really have done everything that you could. And sometimes, and I've talked about this before, right, with the other zodiac signs prior to y'all, um but now I'm going to mention it here because it's needed. You know, sometimes people think that, you know, making things kind of difficult on you is what's up, and that's not really a good thing to do. And the reason why it's not really a good thing to do in the first place is because it's not a good thing to do in the first place due to the fact that like it 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 it, it slows down the progress of the relationship. It slows down the progress of progress, like for instance, if you crabs, you know, you're working on something and you know you call in the person, you're calling your significant other, right, as an example, to help you with something, right, and they're not answering their phone and you're not asking them to do anything, you know, huge or do anything big, right, any kind of big gesture. You're just asking them to, I don't know, you know, go check out a call in the call logs or whatever, and find out what's such and such number. Find out a specific number for you, but they not even answering the phone. And then when you get home now and you ask them why you ain't answer the phone, and then now they want to be difficult with you, like that type of like that. Nah, that gotta go, because what's the point of that? They don't know, for the example, right? For the example's sake, they don't know who you crabs knew. They don't know what kind of business you crabs had, right? You crabs could have been coming home with $100,000 legally, of course, from a business call, right? And you needed this number in order to make this thing actually happen because this person wanted this number, and you're giving them the number of this, and you forgot to put it in your cell phone or whatever the case may be, your iPhone or Android or whatever the case may be, right? And here they go being unnecessarily difficult. Like that kind of interaction, that's why it is that you crabs are justified in leaving. It's because you crabs are seeing it too. How y'all really are getting good in relationships. Y'all really are actually doing a thing. And it's like the unnecessary difficulties, it's like, why? You know, real talk. Like you crabs are already doing what's necessary. You're already treating the other person well. You are. You're treating them well. And like they're just still giving you a difficult time anyway. So what's the point of being with them if they just want to be stupid just for the sake of just being difficult with you, right? And so the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles, you know, real talk, like you crabs, and I'm glad that you crabs got to this point. You crabs are at a point where I'm kind of you. How do I say this? Like you crabs are at a point where you understand it. Like, you know, treat people well, but don't take trash from people because there's no point. Yes, treat people well, you know, treat people well, but they doing things unprovoked to provoke you is stupid. Because you're already doing the things that require trust. You're already showing them trust. You're already doing things that they should get it in their head to trust you, right? And yet they still treat you like you're an op. You're an enemy or something like that. Like, and if you crabs start asking questions, I'm gonna be real with you crabs. Y'all have put in so much work to the point where you can ask questions. Like you should be, you know, upset when a person doesn't want to do what you want them to do, because it's like, because you bring a value to the table. So what are they doing? What simplistic things they want to give you a hard time intentionally just because they think it's funny. So what I'm seeing here, so to make it clear, what I'm seeing here for you crabs is like, you know, you crabs are very inquisitive about like how you moving, and you more so how other people are moving, in the sense that you crabs are much more like observant. You know, you're much more vigilant. Remember how it is I said that you crabs are very observant? You know, crabs rule patience. A lot of you crabs are actually really paying attention to that. Like here you crabs are being decent, right? And you already coming out of the gate treating people well. And it's like you crabs are also observing how people are premeditatedly being obtuse with you, meaning that there's no real reason as to why they have a problem with you, but they seem to have a problem with you. And it's like, you know, they seem to always pick like real, like they seem to you know, have a problem with you. And it's like, but see, that's the delusional part. You crabs are treating them well. And so now, like, you crabs, now you starting to ask the question, like, okay, and not only ask the question, but you crabs are also, right, Page of Wands, right? That's the next card that you got. Page of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Page of Swords. You crabs are starting to really understand, like, you shouldn't put up with this. And you're right, you shouldn't. You know, a person, if they're gonna call themselves your significant other, they should be on this type of time. They should be all in. They should be just as committed as you are. They should be devoted, and just as devoted as you can be. Because like I said before, it takes two. It takes two. And so, you know, you crabs don't need, it's bad policy. You don't need someone around you who is like halfway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like halfway. You don't need somebody that's halfwaying it. You know, they in 1 minute they cool with you, the next minute they not. You know, here they go with their little antics. Like, that's a person that you got to get away from you. And it's not a matter of liking versus disliking. Oh my gosh, I dislike it when people start throwing their emotional antics into it instead of looking at it from a more scientific, fact-based thing, which will really give you the answers. Because it ain't about these people liking you crabs or not liking you. Like, sometimes people will give you problems and they're having a great day and they're not even in a bad mood and they'll still give you problems, because it's the principle of sometimes people will give you problems just for the sake of thinking that giving you problems is funny. It didn't have anything to do with liking you. They could like you and still give you problems. The point that I'm trying to make here with this reading, crabs, is that it's the cooperation. It's the link between, it's the common sense link between, okay, if the person gonna be in your face with you, calling themselves your significant other, why wouldn't they give you cooperation? That doesn't make it, it makes the other person look like they look like they have a problem, is the point that I'm trying to make. Because why would they be in a relationship with a person where they kind of like, where they kind of like go back and forth? They kind of like go back and forth between giving you cooperation and not giving you cooperation. That's dangerous. That's dangerous, because this selective cooperation and stuff like this, what about if you crabs really have something important, like the example that I just talked about, right? Like we don't, like, real talk, like, and I'm gonna shuffle up these cards, but a lot of people really don't give enough justice or really talk about how, like, sometimes people's selective cooperation and loyalty can end up costing both them and you. It's like, how many times have you crabs thought about doing something good for somebody, and because they so caught up with, I'm counting, I don't want to do anything for you because I'm counting, to the point where now it's, everything is transactional, right? With them at least. But you crabs, you don't want to tell them about the good stuff that you're doing, and then it just be a delusion if you never reach it. And then now it's like you just tell them some stuff and it sounds fanciful when you say it to them, but you really would have done it, but it's just a matter of you just haven't actually accessed the resources to be able to do what you want to do, right? But then when you do access the resources, you already plan on doing something amazing for them. And how many times people squander that, right? And so this is the kind of the lack of blessings that people be having when they want to be selectively cooperative. Because how many people ruin relationships and the chance to really be in a relationships with you crabs, and just in the general sense, from the ideology of they want to give you a hard time. But see, people who have self-respect, it's not a guy thing, it's everyone thing. Like, people who have self-respect don't want to be with somebody that they know is being combative and just obtuse for no reason. They're gonna be like, they're gonna think to themselves, why would I want to put up with this? Like, because, you know what I mean? Like, so a lot of you crabs just understand, like, it's not just about liking. This is another layer of it. It's about also cooperation. Like, because I can give examples of, even in my own life, right, of people who may like me, but are they cooperative? It's like, we need both of those things. I want you to like me, but I also want you to cooperate with me. Why? Because I don't have a bad mind. And I'm not thinking about betraying you, nor am I thinking about getting to a good disposition and then leaving you behind or leaving you hanging just with nothing. But I need you to trust me, though. you know. And but the selective the selective cooperation and stuff like this, that's the type of stuff that ruins great opportunities, relationships, connections with people, all that. So let's clarify the page of swords. So this is what you crabs ultimately are really looking at. Like, can a person get to know you, like you, and cooperate with you, be on your team? And people get so bent out of shape about the word cooperation. It don't mean allow the person to just run roughshod and do whatever they want. What it means is having loyalty to them, to take a chance, you know. So let's clarify the page of swords. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and then you have the Devil card. So to clarify the Page of Swords. So these three cards right here for you, for you crabs, it represents how, like, you know, especially if, you know, especially if you have abundance, especially if, like, you don't, like, you don't hang out with anybody or associate yourself with anybody just for money or to get something out of them, right? Particularly. And the thing is that the Page of Cups and the Eight of Wands, you actually like the people whom you associate yourself with, right? And so that be the get you got you, because you crabs be in it to get to know the person. They be in it to give you a hard time, to act like they have control over you, to get bread. Like and again, it looks obtuse. It looks discombobulated. It looks misshapen because, you know what I mean? Like, how many adjectives can I use? It looks misshapen. It looks discombobulated. It looks all over the place. It looks stupid. And the reason why it's stupid is because it's delusional, right? Like, you know, again, why would they associate themselves with you if they don't trust you? Like, why be that close up to your enemies that much on a 24-hour clock cycle if you don't have to, right? Like, this isn't, you know what I mean? Like, this, like, you don't have to do that today. And so the situation with that is the Five of Pentacles and the Devil card speaks to how you crabs, right? Devil card, Capricorn, the opposite zodiac sign. You know, it ultimately speaks to how, like, you know, a lot of people, you know, you crabs, what's up, baby? It speaks to just like how, again, like, they have a bad mind and they're sorely or sadly mistaken, but you're not. It's just that, you know, you crabs know what you're looking for. And one of the things that you're looking for is for them to like you and for them to actually want to participate in this relationship. Because again, sometimes you'll be having people that may like you, but they don't want to participate in the relationship. They be thinking that it's cute to give you a hard time. And it's like, nah. Like people who may like me, because I know when I know when it is that they be liking me. But you also, you need to like me, but you also need to cooperate. Because you want love, right? Okay, you want a relationship, right? Okay, well, I'm willing to do those things. I'm willing to take you seriously, but you being combative, for what reason exactly? Like, that's stupid. So, you know, you don't know what I got planned. You don't know what I got going on. I may have taken you out the next time. I may have kicked it. We would have kicked it. Like, this would have became more of a reoccurring thing because I was planning that. But you don't even trust me. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. You crabs definitely on the right track. You have the right mentality. I ain't gonna get too deep into it. Peace.